Good afternoon, all. It's so nice to again see you and see you in such large numbers. Biswas, I think you will hear me in a while. I hope you are hearing me now. So what we will do today is initiate our discussion, which will be based on all things on our economics optional course plus IES course. First, let me clarify that to you, that the course that we are going to run, will be economics optional for civil services exam, economics optional for civil services exam, plus Indian economic services, those who are appearing in it. Of course, you don't have to pay any separate fee for joining us for Indian economic services, but there will be separate sessions conducted for covering the extra part of the syllabus that lies in Indian economic services exam. And yeah, I'm happy to see you too. What we will try doing here is try covering the facets, and that is what I'll take your first 10-15 minutes and I will explain my course curriculum. मैं पहले 15 मिनट ले रहा हूँ तुम्हारे और तुम्हें बता रहा हूँ 20 मिनट भी ले सकता हूँ, 5 मिनट लाइफ के और दे देना, और तुम्हें बता रहा हूँ कि मैं क्या करूँगा, कैसे करूँगा. ये इसलिए नहीं बता रहा हूँ कि मुझे कोई तुम्हें कन्विंस करना है. आई नो दैट आई हैव इनफ अफेक्शन फ्रॉम यू एंड आई फील लकी ऑन दैट. ये तुम्हें इसलिए बता रहा हूँ दैट दिस इज हाउ आई हैव प्रोग्राम्ड द सिलेबस. In case something even I forget, please remind me. I will not, I can assure you. But the purpose is that we share it together today itself. That see, these are things on the agenda and these things we will surely cover. And in case I forget covering something, please feel free to remind and I will be willing to cover it if by chance something happens where I'm missing on some link. So we are a team together today onwards. Please keep supporting the way you have, and definitely then I will prepare you as good as possible for 2021 IES and 2021 mains examination. That's the humble promise I can make to you, that I will leave no stone unturned. That is the reason I started this course, that 2021 के IES और 2021 के मेंस एग्जाम के लिए तुम पूरी तरह prepared रहो. तो मैं तुम्हें कोर्स स्ट्रक्चर बता रहा हूँ, and then I will start your giving you the further answers hereafter. Thanks a lot, Anand. Thanks a lot. So let's see. We will design the course like this. Course design. पहले मैं UPSC optional का बता रहा हूँ. First we will talk about optional course and then how I will introduce IES in it and how I will finish the course for IES. I will tell you that in 5-7 minutes quickly so that you are fully clear in first class how exactly we are going to move across in this whole domain. So few things first. In course design, first will be content. So there will be teaching of syllabus in the class. और मैं आपको लिख के दे रहा हूँ so that आप भी ना भूलो और मैं भी ना भूलूँ. Teaching of syllabus in the class, each and every point. When I say syllabus, I include two things in it. One is mentioned on website of UPSC. And this applies on even IES discussion. Indian Economic Services also, it applies, what I'm just telling you here. So one is what lies on the website of UPSC. And second, when I say syllabus, it means past year questions. Because sometimes on website of UPSC, they don't mention a topic, but past year questions have been asked on it. So past year questions is how we will cover the syllabus part. तो जब मैं बोलता हूँ syllabus, तो उसका मतलब है UPSC website और पिछले सालों के सवाल. ये दोनों बातें cover करेंगे. We will cover both of these aspects while covering the syllabus. With respect to teaching part, I will speak to you in the class, and as it is, I will keep writing on the board. I suggest what you should do. ये मेरा suggestion है, ये मान लेना. ये मेरे assumptions हैं. जब मैं तुम्हें पढ़ाता हूँ, कुछ assumptions लेकर पढ़ाता हूँ. So when I teach you with some assumptions. And if assumptions collapse, then models fail. तो वो assumption मत collapse करने देना, नहीं तो हमारा model fail हो जाएगा. So the assumption I have with you right now is this, that you will sit with a pen and a paper and you will note down whatever I write on the board. Otherwise, the entire content will be uploaded in advance for every 5 odd classes. मैं अगली 5 क्लास 6 क्लास में जो पढ़ा उस वीक की बात कर रहा हूँ. So in a given week, whatever I am going to teach you, it will be uploaded on the group, on the app in advance. You can access it. You can see the content. If you wish, अगर तुम्हें soft copy अच्छी नहीं लगती, तो hard copy में एक ही बात है कि तुम्हें आना पड़ेगा next IAS के ऑफिस तक और तुम hard copy pick कर सकते हो यहाँ से. Soft copy you will get in advance every week, and that you can read through, so that जब week में मैं पढ़ाता रहूँ, तो you will keep getting the idea of how to go about things. All right, but I will teach you my content. I will teach you. I've designed the syllabus in that manner, and I will discuss that in a little while. How I will go about that. But this is how we'll begin. Also remember, first you read my content, and that's a very humble again request that I'm making. First you read my content, whatever I am giving you to read. You read the questions I will give you to, or try solving the questions I will ask you to solve at the end of each week, and listen to the answers that I give you at the end of each week. And then if you find more time to study, then go ahead and read more things. But अभी से किताबों की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है. I believe, and that was a belief I've always had. Thankfully now I'm able to nurture that once you have come to me, then this should be the one-stop solution. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to develop the materials using all reference books. My past materials were there already, but I'm trying to improve upon. I've tried, you will see that. I've tried improving upon them big time. So I'm including materials from the past reference books. I will give you summary of important articles, which you can read and keep improving yourself on particular topics. All that, and I'll tell you which article I've given you a summary for, but I'll keep giving you summary of important articles in Uma Kapila, important articles sometimes mentioned in other books. I'll keep giving you that. And through that, we will try preparing ourselves as good as possible for our UPSC journey. But at that, I will come to one by one. Then, when it comes to content part, content will be teaching of syllabus, which I told you, my syllabus will mean on website of UPSC and question paper. If I can call it A. In content, it will also mean B, covering past year question papers. We will do that in the class, and I have a method of doing it. At the end of each topic, I will give you the set of questions that have been asked in the past year papers from that topic. At the end of each topic, I will give you the set of questions that have been asked from that topic, in each year. And those questions will remain with you, and we will take 2 or 3 questions as representative questions, and then I will practice those questions. I will teach you how to write the answer of those questions. मैं फिर बोल रहा हूँ, मैं तुम्हें सारे questions दे दूंगा past year papers के, जो भी topic पढ़ाऊंगा उससे जो पूछे गए हैं. And when I say past year papers, I imply 2013 onwards. So in your case 2013 to 20. ये 20 वाला बाद में ही आएगा, अभी पेपर हुआ नहीं है. So 2013 to 20. So I will give you all these papers, questions that have been asked from a topic. जैसे मान लो मैंने तुम्हें पढ़ाया agriculture in India between 1951 and 1991. So whatsoever questions have been asked from agriculture between 51 and 91, I will put it for you on the app. You can see those questions. And then we will discuss few of those questions. I will teach you how you could have used the material and used the class discussion to answer those questions. यही करेंगे कि मैं 2-3 क्वेश्चन उठा लूंगा उसमें से और सिखाऊंगा आंसर कैसे लिखते हैं, और इस तरह से past year questions कवर करेंगे. So that is the way we will cover past year questions in our system. All right. Then apart from that, what we will try covering upon content past year questions. Third part of the content will be practice questions at the end of each week. So at the end of each week, I will give you one practice question. At the end of each week, I will give you one practice question. or sometimes 2 practice questions. Gradually we will make it 2. In the beginning I will give you 1 or 2, but after 15 days I'll keep making it 2. And what I have done is, I'll come to that in a while, you bear with me, but what I have done is, we will discuss the answer to those questions in the class itself in the next week. So practice questions at the end of each week and model answers with discussion in class next week. Model answers with discussion in class in the next week. So sometimes these practice questions can also be from the past year papers. Sometimes they can be questions created by me. Again, the purpose will be that we have covered upon all possible things that we have in front of us. I want you to be covered on content, that is knowledge. I want you to be covered on expression, how to write an answer, and I want you to be covered on possible questions. मैं चाहता हूं कि जब ये तैयारी खत्म हो तो तुम्हारी नॉलेज पक्की हो जाए, तुम्हारे पास कंटेंट खूब सारा हो लिखने को, तुम्हें क्वेश्चंस के आंसर करने आते रहें, और तीसरा इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट कि तुम्हें पता हो कि एक्सप्रेशंस कैसे करने हैं, how to predict questions, that future questions that can come from a particular topic. So we will try covering upon that. That is when I say that I want you to be prepared on content, that is teaching of syllabus, that I will do in the class along with the content I will upload. It also includes then the past year question papers and practice questions at the end of each week. This is first thing I wanted you to know. For IES people also, it will go the same way. For separate topics in IES, you will have one more question that I will give you. Say I'm teaching you mathematics, then you will have one more question on mathematics that I will ask you separately, because UPSC doesn't ask any mathematics, so we won't include it in these classes. Then, further, another question that can come to your mind is duration of the course. Duration of the course. We will run our course, approximately it is 225 hours to 250 hours. That's the duration normally I take in finishing it, 250 hours. Now we will have 3 hours classes. You have been told 2.5, and I will keep it 2.5 hours in the beginning. The first 3 weeks, 4 weeks in fact, you will have softer times in life so that you get used to the system. But first 2 weeks, first week, that is this week, we will keep it 2.5 hours. Gradually we will make it 3 hours that we will study. And I will tell you how I have designed it. Hopefully you will get the point. So ideally we need around 85 classes, considering the upper limit of 250 hours. But, and starting from 14th Jan, I keep the course till 30th April in my mind. So starting from 14th Jan, I've kept the course till around 40th April. That is how I have thought over it in my mind, which is around 107 days. There can be a plus 5 day, I'm taking it from you. So आप बिल्कुल गुस्सा मत होना, अगर कंटेंट ज़्यादा बढ़ गया तो शायद 4-5 दिन और ले लूँ मैं, तो वो उस हिसाब से करेंगे. कभी होली आ जाती है बीच में, कभी कोई और त्यौहार कुछ हो जाता है, तो इसीलिए मैं प्लस 5 डेज आपसे मांग रहा हूँ. सो लेट अस से वी कीप प्लस 5 112 days. Now this 112 days means that we have 16 weeks starting today. So given we have 16 weeks, 85 classes, on an average 5 classes in a week, but by the time it reaches around mid-February, end February, I'll make it 6 classes in a week so that we can completely finish on time. That is the objective in my mind, that by 30th April I should be able to finish it. But चलो कहीं कुछ रह गए तो 5 मई तक खत्म कर लेंगे syllabus को. The idea is that we should get over with the syllabus 2 months around, approximately 2 months before your prelims exam, so that you can get over 2 months before your prelims exam. People among you who will take economic services, kindly listen to me here carefully. For economic services people, apart from these 85 classes that I plan, there are another around 13 to 16 classes that we have. it will depend on how you pick up my talks and आपको मेरी बात कितने जल्दी समझ आ जाती है या नहीं समझ आती, उसके हिसाब से मैं पेस अप कर लेता हूँ कोर्स को. बहुत जल्दी नहीं भागेंगे क्योंकि मुझे आपके अंडरस्टैंडिंग चाहिए. I don't want to run with the course. I want you to understand me well. I know that you are not in front of me. I am in front of you, but you are not. So this chat box is our only friend. So and that means it may happen that you may need to ask me things times and again. तो थोड़ा स्लो ही चलेंगे, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. But still, another 13, 16 classes for IES people that can be conducted. So for IES, we will conduct it till here, and then we will have, please listen to this carefully. On the 6th day, till we have 5 classes on a week, on the 6th day, every 2 weeks, that is every alternate week, there will be an IES class. So that will give us 8 out of these 13, 14 classes that I have designed. On the alternate day, 6th day of every alternate week, we will have the IES class. Around 5, 6 classes I cover like that, mainly on mathematics and econometrics. I try covering it beforehand so that you get enough time to practice. So 6th day of the week, we will be using for IES session every alternate week. And gradually we will make it every week. So we will use it every alternate week. We will take around 6, 7 classes on that. And then after I have gotten over on 30th April, we will have 8 classes in a row. 8 to 10 class, whatever is needed, in a row. For IES people. I hope आप समझ गए हो. मैं फिर repeat कर देता हूँ. जो लोग मेरे साथ सिर्फ UPSC optional करना चाहते हो, उनकी क्लास मैं खत्म कर दूंगा 30th April तक. जो लोग सिर्फ यूपीएससी ऑप्शनल करना चाहते हो, उनकी क्लास खत्म कर दूंगा 30th अप्रैल तक, मैक्सिमम 5th मई तक जा सकते हैं. जो भी लोग IES इंडियन इकोनॉमिक सर्विसेज की भी तैयारी कर रहे हो, आई विल टेक 1 एक्स्ट्रा क्लास ऑफ योर्स एवरी 15 डेज, 1 एक्स्ट्रा क्लास एवरी 15 days till the syllabus goes on. And then, so that way we will be able to cover around 5, 6, 7 classes of extra classes of IES, and then 7, 8 classes regularly after the syllabus is over to finish by 10th, 15th May. 15 जुलाई के आसपास आपका टेस्ट है, तो मैं चाहता हूँ 2 महीने पहले वो भी खत्म कर लें. So by 10th, 15th May, I will be done on that. Another thing in that, please keep in mind, each and every line of your syllabus will be done, I can guarantee you that, whether UPSC or Indian Economic Services. जो भी लिखा है सिलेबस में वो सारी चीज़ें मैं आपके लिए ज़रूर कवर करके दूंगा. आपको राइटअप्स मिल जाएंगे, कंटेंट मिल जाएगा, एंड आई विल टॉक टू यू ऑन दैट इन द क्लास. सो ईच एंड एवरी लाइन ऑफ द सिलेबस विल बी कवर्ड. दैट इज़ व्हाई आई सेड दैट फॉर IES वी नीड अनदर 45 odd hours, क्योंकि 75% कोर्स तो कवर हो जाता है विथ UPSC. 25% कोर्स का थोड़ा हिसाब किताब करना पड़ता है सेपरेटली. सो दैट आई विल डू विथ यू along with this preparation. So I can assure you, I repeat, that this course will cover you on both UPSC exam as well as Indian Economic Services exam in totality. Now, those of you who are preparing for optional exams, UPSC optional, I will revise topics with you through a test series which is a part of the course. That's the next thing I wanted you to know, that there will be a test series that we will run. Test series consisting of 8 tests for UPSC Mains exam. There will be a test series that we will run consisting of 8 tests for UPSC. Yes, Hriday, it is, Haritha, I'm sorry, it is fully functional. For UPSC exams, all right? So it is definitely there. It is going to be there. Now, so for UPSC Mains exam, the test series will be there, 8 tests that will be there. And these 8 tests will be for revision of the course. For revision of course. These 8 tests will be there for revision of the course. All right? The revision of the course will take place with 5 sectional tests, and 3 full syllabus tests. 5 sectional tests and 3 full syllabus tests. If the need arises, we can have 4 full syllabus tests. I am not aversive to that. But right now, that is how I have designed the course. 5 sectional tests and 3 full syllabus tests. These tests will be conducted from first week July till 30th August. Between after your prelims and before your mains. And please listen to this carefully. These tests will be conducted between first week July and last August, 30th August. Because in mid-September we have our mains exam. So we need to make sure we are covered till then. So revision karenge is tarah se. That course I have taught you. Now 2 months I will leave you for your prelims exam because you need to make sure your prelims is covered well. So 2 months I will leave you for your prelims exam. After your prelims, starting something like 5th, 6th July, we will start off with the test series. I will give you almost 1 week to prepare for each test. हर test के लिए 1 week के आसपास आपको time देने की कोशिश करूँगा, और वो मिल भी जाएगा आपको. So 1 week to prepare for each test. And these weekly tests will be mainly to plan your revision. And then full tests to make sure you are fully prepared. I myself correct these tests. So don't worry at all. Nobody else will correct these tests. I will correct these tests with full guarantee. I am telling you that. So I will correct these tests. I will give you my feedback on these tests. If you want, you can take the test coming to Next IAS office. आप यहाँ आकर ये टेस्ट दे सकते हो. अगर तुम ऑनलाइन देना चाहते हो तो ऑनलाइन दे सकते हो. अब एक और इम्पॉर्टेंट बात सुनना. हर टेस्ट के लिए 2 वीडियोस होंगे. One video will be before the test when I will discuss the syllabus and take 5-10 representative questions and teach you how to write answer to those questions. All right, 5-7 questions I will take. तो एक वीडियो होगा हर टेस्ट के पहले. One video will be there before every test when I will discuss the questions with you. And one video will be there after the test that जो भी question मैं टेस्ट में दूंगा तुम्हें, whatever question I will give you in the test, whichever questions I'll give you in the test, I will then discuss those questions and how you should have answered those questions. I repeat again, every test will have 2 discussions, 2 videos होंगे हर test के. One video will be based on pre-test, before the test. I will meet you through online mode. I will discuss how the test will be conducted, how you should attempt, and I will also discuss 5-6 questions with you. वो 5-6 questions test में नहीं आएंगे. Those 5-6 I will not give you in the test. The test will then be conducted on UPSC pattern, and then I will discuss with you the questions of the test in a separate video. So that is how I have designed the test series. The test series is along with the course. You have to pay no extra charges for the test series. It's for the revision of my students. So every year when my students will join me now onwards, first year of your course, test series will be free. That is, if you have joined me this year, that is today, then you will not have to pay anything for the test series this year. It will be conducted between prelims and mains, and I will give you these 2 videos for each test. Hopefully this way we will be able to contribute better to your performance. I'm coming to that, Rahul. Give me some time. I will come to that also. Now, this is one aspect of it, of the course, that this is how we will conduct the test series per se. The course will prepare you to take all exams like IES, UPSC, even when it comes to exams like NET, etc., teachers grade, even there I've seen students gaining from it, RBI grade B. I try covering all those facets in the course, but the focus will be on UPSC optional and Indian Economic Services. For your UPSC prelims, we will be making your Telegram group, the people among you, who have joined us now, we will make a Telegram group of yours, and I will be a part of that Telegram group, and we will be putting around 10 questions for practice on the Telegram group every 7 to 8 days. 10 questions for practice from prelims point of view, and this will start from end January. 10 questions to practice from prelims point of view, because this course cannot prepare you entirely for prelims. This is mains oriented, optional oriented. For questions that are asked in prelims, GS, etc., I will prepare you separately through the questions, so whatever help I can do, but they will also be there around 10 questions every week to 10 days for prelims point of view. So by prelims you would have seen something like at least 200 questions or 150 to 200 questions. I will be covering economic survey and budget with you in entirety. I will be covering economic survey and budget with you in entirety. There will be a complete discussion of aspects of budget, and there will be a complete discussion on aspects of economic survey. इकोनॉमिक सर्वे की सारी बातें और बजट की सारी बातें मैं तुम्हारे साथ कवर करूंगा, लेकिन मैं सिर्फ कवर नहीं करूंगा, मैं तुम्हें होमवर्क्स दूंगा उनके ऊपर. I won't only cover those questions, I will also give you homeworks on those questions. So what I will do is, I will ask you to read certain parts of economic survey, you will read it, and I will then discuss those parts with you in the classroom. So that is how we will move on with economic survey. Okay, the model answers I will give you, Mohan, model answers I will surely give you for all the questions that I ask you, and even for the past year papers. All past year papers questions and questions that I ask you in the class, we will give you model answers for that. And I will discuss past year papers and those questions of the class with you here in the classroom. And 80% of past year papers will be covered in the class discussion itself. Rest 20% we can have a quick discussion, and we will cover it during revision process. Yes, they can, Deepa, not a problem. They can always watch it. Also remember, these test series, we will give you model answers in these test series also. Mohan, if you meant that, yes. So these test series, the model answers will be given. But ideally, I would like you to listen to my videos and prepare your own model answers. तब तक मैं तुम्हें सिखा चुका रहूँगा. By then, I would have taught you how to write your model answers. So please see the videos I do with you. Try developing your own model answers. That will help you even more, because unfortunately they don't allow me in the mains exam. मुझे allow नहीं करते कि अपने students के साथ बैठ के आंसर लिखवा सकूं. तो तुम्हें सीखना तो पड़ेगा वो आंसर लिखना. You bear with me, I have a bad sense of humor. आप उसके शिकार बनते हो, but I can't help it. I can't teach economics with a frown. I love my subject a lot. तो बीच बीच में आपको ऐसे बेकार से jokes मिलते रहेंगे, आप bear कर लेना. But coming back to this, so model answers, I would like you to also, you to develop some answers. अगर तुम में से कोई पहले पढ़े हुए हो चीज़ों को और अपने answers लिखते हो और मुझसे share करते हो discussion के लिए, I am allowing that. If there is someone among you who has done some pre-studies and wants to write some answers and discuss it with me, I am willing to do that. I will be willing to discuss those answers with you. After a week, week and a half, I will share my phone number with you as the group gets made. We will stabilize by then. So as the group gets made, I will share my number with you, and most of you have it already. But as I share my number with you, it will allow you to then call me up and we can have discussions, if you want those discussions to happen. Mainly the idea is that you can leave messages for me, WhatsApp, Telegram, whatsoever, and I can discuss things with you. And otherwise we can fix up a time. You can come to NEXT IAS and I can discuss even physically those things, like we can meet each other and discuss things. So दिमाग में ये मत रखो कि doubts कैसे solve होंगे. All right, that is what all of it covered, Abhishek. All of it covered. So yes, Memon, I'm coming to that. So what I want you to know is, when it comes to doubt solution, I have created 2-3 ways. One is every week, 2 sessions after the class for half an hour. Every week. In the class, you can ask me doubts. There is no restriction on that. So in the class, you can ask me doubt on the chat box, and I will be willing to answer that. So in the class, you can answer the things, ask the things, and I can answer the questions, of course. Second is, apart from the class, there will be 2 sessions every week, half an hour after the class, where I will take your doubts and you can ask me your doubts. In any case, after your class, I sit for 5-10 minutes every day, in any case, and I solve your doubts, 15 minutes sometimes, but even otherwise. Second is, my telephone contact I will share with you. Telephone contact. So you can leave me a message, and that ways we can interact. You can leave me a message, WhatsApp, Telegram, whatsoever, and we can interact. We can fix a time at which you can call me, and I can definitely respond. leave a message, that's preferable, because I normally I'm unable to pick up calls because most of my day is either in the classroom or in the research table. So in that case, I'm unable to pick up call if it is not prefixed. So please bear with me on that. You leave a message for me. I will tell you a time to call me, and we can surely discuss things then. So that is another option for those of you who are not in Delhi or who live far away from Karol Bagh or who don't want to travel because of COVID. So in that case, that is something you need to do. Not at all, Biswas. Not at all. So that is what you can do per se. Third is meeting at NEXT IAS. Meeting at NEXT IAS. We can prefix a meeting. You can call me up and we can fix a date, fix a time where we can meet across at NEXT IAS and I can solve your doubts. I have no compunctions in that. You can always reach out. Please do reach out. Zarur pucho. Please do reach out. Do contact. Do ask me your doubts. That's my job. You have kind of hired me as your coach so that I can guide you through this journey and make sure you qualify. So it's my job. ये मेरा काम है. बिल्कुल hesitate मत करो. अपने सारे doubts पूछो मुझे. मैं तैयार हूँ answer करने को. Fix ये 3 तरीके हम use कर सकते हैं. Weekly sessions in case you don't want any of the other 2, or I'll give you my number. You contact me and we can fix up a time to talk, or by message, or you can call me. You can come over here at NEXT IAS and we can discuss your doubts. So these are the ways we can discuss. Khushi, I'll share my contact with you on the Telegram channel once we make your Telegram channel together. So don't want to do it in a video actually. So I will be sharing my contact with you on the Telegram channel. Though the institute will be making your group on the Telegram, and in the Telegram group I will be sharing my number with you. I have no compunctions on that at all. मुझे कोई आपत्ति नहीं, मैं ज़रूर शेयर करूँगा. ये जस्ट कि वीडियो में शेयर नहीं कर रहा हूँ, अदरवाइज ज़रूर शेयर करूँगा तुमसे. Then there is one thing that you need to, and apart from these, if you want some other way that you want to interact and ask your doubts, I have no objections at all on that. Your doubts can range from A to Z, anything. Preparation करने में कोई दिक्कत आ रही है, schedule बनाने में दिक्कत आ रही है, if you are finding trouble in preparing, in making schedule, even on other subjects while preparing for GS, if you are having trouble in preparing for optional course, do feel free to ask me. With whatever experience I have gathered in this field, I think I can help you out on all of these aspects, and I will definitely try my best to help you out on these aspects. Then there is another set of questions that I get from you, that course scope. What is the scope of the course? So your GS paper 3 is a subset of optional paper 2. GS paper 3 economics part, of course. GS paper 3, even parts of GS paper 2. Parts of GS paper 2. They are covered quite a bit in your economics optional course, quite a bit. So in your optional paper 2, we will be covering a lot of your GS paper 3, all economics of GS paper 3. I can assure you that I will answer that, Mohan. Wait on that. Yes, Ishan, why not? We can always connect on Twitter also. Twitter, Telegram channel of mine, whichever way you want to. You guys are my lifeline. So whichever way you decide, I'm willing to connect to you. Coming to this, GS paper 2, parts of it, and GS paper 3, economics part entirely, economics and agriculture part, will be covered when I'm discussing these topics with you in economics optional paper 2. So economics optional paper 2 will completely cover you on GS paper 3 and parts of paper 2, but paper 3 economy surely fully covered in the economics optional paper 2, that I can assure you. So GS will be covered. For prelims, there can be few parts like capital market, etc., which is not very important in economics optional course. So that I will cover with you via the question answer, MCQs, multiple choice questions. I will post on the group. आपके Telegram group पर मैं prelims के questions post करता रहूँगा और उसके through आपके prelims की भी तैयारी करवाऊँगा. तो जो भी लोग आप मुझसे जुड़ रहे हो, वो economics के लिए तो निश्चिंत रहो. You can remain relaxed on economics. The course has been designed in a manner that I can prepare you for prelims and I can prepare you for mains examination also, of course, for optional. For those of you, yeah, I'm coming to that, Shubham. I'm coming to that. There's one question I often get from you, that should we read books or should we read the material? The material I will be giving you with all humility, but with all confidence, I can tell you, will cover all possible optional course books that you can read, because I have made my notes out of that only. You know, उन्हीं books से जो notes तुम बनाओगे, वो notes मैंने बना दिए हैं. So in that case, the optional course structure, when I will give you the notes will cover entirely what is needed from the books. If not, I will guide you on that. If by chance you need to read something extra, please have faith in your coach. I will guide you through that what extra you need to read. And you read only that much. That will be sufficient. I will try covering you on everything. It's possible few extra things have to be read, like topics from economic survey or a particular chapter from a book like Salvatore. Those chapters we will upload on the group from the books that you need, and those chapters you can read through. All right, so that is the whole aspect, that I take this classroom as one-stop solution, which I try giving you, where you should be fully prepared without bothering about any other factor after having entered this room. You know, so just इस class के अंदर I will try covering you up. First you read whatever I give you to read, practice the questions I ask you to do, and if anything extra is needed, I will definitely let you know that you need to do that. Otherwise, 95 to 99%, you don't need anything extra after having attended these classes. I have designed the course in that manner. Then, the notes are already uploaded, Memohan. You check across. The study material for every 5 classes will be uploaded before the week. You know, like today we will upload the study material for the next 4 or 5 classes. Then again, on Monday, Tuesday, we will upload the study material for the next 5 classes. So for every next 4 to 5 classes, the study material will be uploaded in advance. And you can read through that while I take the classes with you. So that I can assure you again, that the study material, 5 classes in advance, will be uploaded on the group. Don't need to read that, Rahul, not required. I'll do that work for you. An economics newspaper, normally, if you ask me, that is what many of you are asking me, that do we need to read an economy-based newspaper? Again, I try covering you in the class, but other than that, what I do, the group that we make for you, I share all important articles of economics from various newspapers. I read 4 newspapers on my own, so whatever important comes in those 4, I assume that you will read either the Hindu or the Indian Express. That one newspaper is more than sufficient for you, whichever you are picking up, either the Hindu or the Indian Express. That one newspaper is sufficient. आप एक दोनों में से कोई एक पढ़ो जरूर, या तो द हिंदू पढ़ो या द इंडियन एक्सप्रेस पढ़ो, तो ये एक न्यूज़पेपर तुम्हारे लिए काफ़ी है. Whatever extra articles are needed from the other newspapers, I keep sharing them in the group. The Telegram group that we will make, I will keep sharing with you around 15-20 articles every 20 days. You know, हर 2-3 वीक में मैं सेट ऑफ 15 आर्टिकल्स शेयर करता हूँ, borrowing it from Live Mint, borrowing it from Economic Times, borrowing it from Business Standard, borrowing it from Financial Express, and so on. Borrowing it also from other newspapers like Times of India. तो कोई भी अच्छा आर्टिकल होता है, वो मेरी पूरी टीम है. मैं इतना काम सिर्फ अकेले नहीं करता. I have a team which looks for it and they share it with me. 4 newspapers that I read, I make sure I make a notes and I carry it. And you don't have to read any extra newspaper except the one you are reading, plus the materials I keep giving you to read on particular topics, you know, or otherwise over the week. That is how we will be doing things. Now, then when it comes to the classroom discussions, nothing, Nikhil, nothing at all. I will give you things, please read all that. EPW also you don't need to read. Yes, Nikhil, you can collect notes from Next IAS office. No, one go, Swati, you will not be able to collect. All notes at one go is not possible because our subject is very dynamic. So I have to keep changing the notes on, and I do keep changing that on every fortnight basis before teaching you in the class. तो आपको पढ़ाने से पहले मैं फाइनलाइज करता हूँ that ठीक है ये नोट्स अब सब कुछ कवर कर रहे हैं जो कुछ भी हो चुका है हमारे सिस्टम में या जो पूछा जा सकता है. तो एक साथ पूरे नोट्स तुम्हें नहीं दे पाऊंगा, लेकिन डेफिनेटली 5 days in advance, 7 days in advance, each notes will be there. तो तुम चाहो तो 15-20 दिन में एक बार आओ. In 15-20 days you can visit us once and you can take 2-3 notes together. That is one thing you can do always. All right, but since ours is a dynamic subject, I don't keep prepared notes. There is a basic notes prepared, but I keep chipping and chopping and changing and adding new things, removing few things from the notes when I pass them to you. All right, so that is to keep the notes dynamic, precise and helpful. उसके बाद तो रख लो करीब 1000-1200 पेज के नोट्स बन जाते हैं, 1000 पेज के नोट्स बन जाते हैं, उससे ज़्यादा ही थोड़े. तो सोचो अगर पीछे वाले नोट्स भी तुम्हें पकड़ाते जाऊंगा तो I'll unnecessarily add to your headache. Hence the reason. I hope, Swati, I answered your question. Another is course scope that I will cover with you, when I'm preparing you for this. For people preparing Indian Economic Services, the tests will be from 2nd week February, because your paper is earlier, so your tests will be from 2nd week February. That is how we will prepare it. Now, what we will do in the classroom, that comes the next question. So I repeat again, the course scope is I will cover paper 3 and paper 2 with you, apart from optional, not paper 2 entirely. Paper 2 के कुछ portions जैसे social issues के कुछ part cover हो जाएंगे. Paper 3 economy section entirely covered, no doubt. Paper 2 part of it, part of it, GS. But paper 3 entirely economy section covered in our optional paper discussion. Indian Economic Services tests will be from 2nd week Feb. There is one thing I need you to keep in mind. That of course you will understand as I teach you, Memohan. You'll get it there. Now understand this. We will have 3 hours class. Please understand this point. 3 hours class. Around 2 hours, 30 minutes I will spend teaching you the syllabus. You know, 2 hours, 30 minutes will be spent on that, teaching you syllabus, doing discussions on the topic and covering things up. Then last 30 minutes, 2 days, I already told you, 2 days, we will be practicing questions. One day in the week, I will be discussing, and 2 days, I'm so sorry. One day we will be practicing questions, 2 questions that I will give you every week. Half an hour will be spent on questions. 2 days for doubt solutions. And 2 days for current affairs. Whatever has come in the newspaper that week, again the Hindu and the Indian Express. 2 days will be telling you which important articles you could have read and how to approach those articles. So that is how the 5 days, extra half an hour will be designed. So 2.5 hours, this will be 2 hours 20 minutes to 2 hours 30 minutes of teaching the syllabus. And the last 30 minutes, 1 day practicing questions. The 2 questions I would have given you, I will take 15 minutes each and teach you how you should have written the answer to those questions. 2 days doubts, as I already told you, for another half an hour, and 2 days on current affairs. If there is a week in which current affairs is not there or has not been much progress on current affairs, we will take those 2 days for class discussion. Syllabus को आगे बढ़ाएंगे. तो 1 दिन काम करेंगे questions पर, 2 दिन आपके doubts लूँगा और 2 दिन करंट अफेयर्स की डिस्कशन करूंगा, बताऊंगा न्यूज़पेपर में आपको क्या पढ़ लेना चाहिए था इस वीक में, क्या छोड़ देना चाहिए था, और अगर कोई वीक कुछ भी इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं हुआ न्यूज़पेपर के हिसाब से तो उस केस में हम क्लास को आगे बढ़ा देंगे, अपना सिलेबस कवर करेंगे. तो 3 hours लाइक दैट आई हैव डिजाइंड फॉर यू ओवर द पीरियड. That is how I have designed over the period, 3 hours, how we will be discussing things in the class. As I told you, first week, that is today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, these 4 days, we will be discussing things, we will be doing across things, moving across things. Without this implemented, पहले वीक में ये नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि ये अर्ली है, अभी तो आज से शुरू किया हमने, तो पहले वीक ये नहीं करेंगे। नेक्स्ट वीक से मैं शुरू करूंगा आपके साथ। From next week, I will start it with you that this process will begin. All right. First week, we don't need to do it. From next week, I will begin the process with you. All right. That is how we will cover upon things. That every week, we will progress ourselves on this measure. All right. Then, when it comes to discussion of course, discussion sequence. Discussion sequence will be, first I will begin with Indian economy. Aaj se, today I will begin with that. Indian economy before 1991. So we will start discussing Indian economy between 1947 and 1991. Paper 2. It covers around 25% to 30% of paper 2. So this we will start our syllabus with. All right. I assume, ये ध्यान से सुनना, Vibhu, if you could just go back, you will see that 5 classes for optional people and 6 classes for people appearing Indian Economic Services. You know, in 1 week, Yogita, I will be sharing the schedule with you immediately. Today itself, I'll fix the schedule, and that schedule will remain fixed till our course goes on. We will have 5 classes in a week, for people appearing optional, and 6 classes in a week in over fortnight for people appearing Indian Economic Services. हर 15 दिन पर एक एक्स्ट्रा क्लास होगी इंडियन इकोनॉमिक सर्विसेज वालों की, अदरवाइज 5 क्लासेस चलेंगी वीक में. ये 5 classes in a week will go on till around end February, and from March I will make the optional course 6 classes in a week. All right, I hope everybody is clear. 5 classes in a week से शुरुआत करेंगे, end February तक 5 classes in a week, from March 6 classes in a week. Apart from that, those of you who are appearing Indian Economic Services, 1 extra class every 15 days for people appearing Indian Economic Services. 1 extra class every 15 days for people appearing Indian Economic Services. The classes will be conducted for eco-optional people on on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right. So Wednesday to Sunday will be the schedule. Monday and Tuesday I will give you off so that you can prepare your answers, revise the weekly course, cover yourself, ask me your doubts. ये सारी चीज़ों के लिए 2 दिन शुरू में तुम्हें चाहिए होंगे, मैं दूंगा वो 2 दिन तुम्हें. 5 दिन की पढ़ाई करेंगे, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Monday and Tuesday I will give you off so that you can prepare on your own. Again, this way we will go ahead. जब रेगुलर क्लासेस एक एक्स्ट्रा क्लास बढ़ा दूंगा, मार्च से 6th क्लास पुट करूंगा, तो फिर वेंसडे, थर्सडे, फ्राइडे, सैटरडे, संडे एंड मंडे, ट्यूसडेज ऑफ रखेंगे, वेंसडे टू मंडे क्लासेस किया करेंगे. तो ये शेड्यूल रहेगा हमारा. आई होप आई एम क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. योगिता, विभू, आई होप यू आर देयर. Yes, the classes will be recorded and you will get accessibility to the recorded version. Also, you can see the recorded version up to 2 times the duration of the class. You can see the recorded version up to 2 times the duration of the class. So you can see that. In case you have something more as a requirement, you can let me know personally. In genuine cases, we allow you to see it more than 2 times. But normally as a rule, we fix it that you can see the video up to 2 times after as the duration of the class. That is how you can see the video. But there will be recorded videos and you will be able to see those videos. No enrollment separately for IES Sambhav. This course includes Indian Economic Services preparation. You don't have to pay anything extra, nothing else. As soon as you join this course, there is no separate enrollment needed. You will be prepared for economic services also by the extra classes that I will give you. Then coming to the part here, the discussion sequence will be Indian economy before 1991. So 47 to 91 we will discuss entirely. We will the first material that I have uploaded for you, you will get it by today. That first material content is beginning from India in 1947 till Indian agriculture discussion. All right. So for this week agenda, please keep this in mind. This week agenda is Indian economic development that is India, that is after 1947. So Indian economic development after 1947, all right. This will cover India at the time of independence, India at the time of independence. All right, this is first thing that we will begin with, the characteristic features that we inherited from the Britishers and what were we like at the time of independence. So India at the time of independence. It will also cover, apart from India at the time of independence, we will also cover a linear trend of GDP growth, with explanation, a critical analysis. So we will do a critical analysis of India's linear trend of GDP growth, asked twice in our papers, in the past years. दो बार हमारे past year papers में ये पूछ चुके हैं कि GDP growth और GDP per capita growth ऐसे करके पूछा, linear trend क्या था, कैसे grow किए decadal rate पे 50 से 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80. तो discuss करेंगे कैसे grow किए, planning period को assess करेंगे, and then how and then rationalize it, understanding it, that why did it happen? अगर rise कर रहा था तो क्यों rise कर रहा था, fall कर रहा था तो क्यों fall कर रहा था. We will try analyzing that. Apart from this, the next thing on the agenda will be, the third thing on the agenda is talking about reasons for choice of mixed economy and centrally planned system. And again, we will do a critical analysis of it. That what were our reasons? And were those reasons correct? Were those reasons not fully correct? Did we do a mistake? So critical analysis of Mahalanobis model, the second 5-year plan. Mahalanobis model, the second 5-year plan, we will do a critical analysis that, okay, is that relevant and to what extent was it relevant? Did it help India? तो महालनोबिस मॉडल तुम्हें डिटेल में बाद में पढ़ाऊंगा जब डेवलपमेंट थ्योरी पढ़ा रहा हूँ. यहाँ पे उसकी थ्योरी करेंगे, और अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे that was the model relevant enough in Indian context and what were the problems that the model had. So we'll do a quick analysis of that, with respect to Mahalanobis model. And then again linear trend and impact on growth. Linear trend and impact on growth of savings and investment in India. Linear trend and impact on growth of savings and investment in India. That is the other thing we will try covering up. That what was the linear trend, and I'll give you the notes of all of these in advance. All right, as I told you, the notes will be uploaded on the app. You can see the notes from there. You can download the printout of the notes at times. So the notes will be there. You can always use those notes for your revision and prevision, before coming to the classes also. So this is the purpose that ये जितने भी topics मैं लिख रहा हूँ, इन topics के notes तुम्हें मिल जाएंगे. क्लास में तुम्हें वही लिखना होगा जो मैं डिस्कस करता हूँ तुम्हारे साथ, फिर उनको notes के साथ मिला लेना, और ये complements हैं, substitutes नहीं. All right, don't treat class and notes as substitutes of each other. Class and notes are complements of each other. So you should use them together. एक साथ use करना, तो तुम complete holistic picture पा जाओगे. If you miss either the notes or the class, then you will miss part of the story. Like my notes, they sell in the market also. Google पे भी देखोगे तो वो बेचते रहते हैं मेरे notes. But they are half of the story because they don't carry the class discussions entirely. They don't carry my printed notes entirely. तो half hearted notes बेचते हैं, मैंने उनको बोला भी, मैंने कहा या तो पूरे notes बेचो, मेरा नाम खराब कर रहे हो नहीं तो. But anyways, ये तो अलग joke की बात है. But important is that do make sure that you cover both sides of the story, you know, class discussion and the notes. Another request I have is that अगर possible है तो live classes किया करो, उसमें तुम ज़्यादा active रहोगे. If possible, if not possible, of course, we cannot help it. But if possible, do the live sessions. You will definitely gain much more from those. You know. Then we take it further. In this part, apart from that, I will introduce you to agriculture in India, agricultural development in India between 1947 to 1991. So we will be covering again on land reforms. We will be covering on Green Revolution. Yellow Revolution and White Revolution. And when I say we will be covering, it will mean analyzing reasons why they took place, what were these, what were the benefits, and what were the challenges, you know, and what is the way forward. So when I say I will be discussing in that manner. Yes, Priyanka, it will be available in the Next IAS office. Definitely, you can pick the hard copy also. The third thing that we will try covering in this is production trends of crops. Some particular crops we will pick up, like food grains or cotton and so on. Some particular crops. We will not pick all the crops. And just a quick 1 hour discussion on production trends of crops in India. And again, analysis of it. That why some crops were growing very well and some other crops were not growing that well. That trend we will discuss. And we will discuss capital formation in agriculture. Capital formation in agriculture. That's another thing we will discuss. That is investments in agriculture and the role of public investment in agriculture, role of private investment in agriculture. When does Indian agriculture do well? Is it when public investments happen or when private investments happen? All that analysis we will do in the classroom. So this is on the agenda. I repeat again, what we have on our agenda for the coming week, अगली 5 classes की बातें आपसे discuss कर रहा था. Agenda पे है Indian economic development after 47, talking about India at the time of independence, linear trend of GDP growth. Along with that, we will talk on reasons for choice of mixed economy, socialist model, centrally planned economy, a critical analysis of that how Mahalanobis model worked over the period, analyze the 5-year plans, first 5-year plan, second 5-year plan, how we went about it, and so on. And then linear trend and impact on growth of savings and investment in India. And then we will talk about agricultural development in India, 47 to 91, land reforms, green revolution, yellow revolution, white revolution, production trends and capital formation in agriculture. कुछ चीजें notes में नहीं होंगी, वो class में होंगी. I repeat again. Few things may not be in the notes. More details will be done in the class. Few things will be done in lot of detail in notes. So in the class, I will just talk on that. तो जो बातें नोट्स में और ऐड करनी है वो क्लास के साथ मिलाकर जरूर ऐड करना. मैं फिर रिपीट कर रहा हूं, डू नॉट ट्रीट क्लास एंड नोट्स एज सब्स्टिट्यूट्स, ट्रीट देम एज कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स. वी विल बी हैप्पियर ऑन दैट. So this is first on agenda that we will begin. After having completed, just taking you back to what I was discussing with you, I was discussing with you this, that we'll begin with Indian economy before 1991. After having done Indian economy before 91, where we will do agriculture, like linear trends, then agriculture, industry, talks on policy changes in Indian economy, the laws that were made, and we will talk on poverty and inequality before 1991. So these discussions we will do. This may take us something like 10 classes to finish. Once we are done on that, I will begin with paper 1. So first discussion, Indian economy after 47, before 91, this is what I will do. The second discussion will be on microeconomics. This is paper 2 that I will begin with. I have a reason I do that. I'll share it with you. 10 classes approximately on this paper 2 that I will do with you. 10 classes, maybe 12, but not more than that generally is required. I do this because those of you who are new to the subject can familiarize yourself. Secondly, I use these teachings. ये जो मैं पढ़ाता हूँ, इसे यूज करता हूँ जब मैं तुम्हें पेपर 1 पढ़ा रहा हूँ और थ्योरी को लिंक करना है with practical world as it happens in economies. You know, so when I have to link the theory with practical world, as I have to link it in different economic systems, तो paper 2 की ये knowledge, this I use while teaching you paper 1. So the interconnectivity between paper 2 and paper 1 then becomes solid. So my purpose of teaching you these initial parts on paper 2 is to make sure that when I teach you paper 1, और जब मैं connect करूँ कि देखो ये theory है और practical life में ऐसे apply होता है, तो तुम समझ पाओगे जहाँ ये सर ने सिखाया था पहले, ये ऐसे हो रहा है. So that is the purpose of doing that. Those of you who are new to the subject, एक क्वेश्चन मुझे हमेशा मिलता है that कौन से लोग हैं जो इकोनॉमिक्स एज एन ऑप्शनल ले सकते हैं. उसका एक बड़ा ही सिंपल जवाब है. All those who like economics, who want to study economics and who don't get bored studying economics can surely take economics as an optional. You know, अगर तुम बोर नहीं होते इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ने से या लाइक करते हो इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ना, तो ज़रूर गो अहेड एंड टेक इकोनॉमिक्स एज एन ऑप्शनल. क्योंकि इसमें मैथमेटिकल अप्रोच कम है. So लोग आपको अगर डराएंगे कि बहुत मैथ्स एक्सेट्रा होता है, तो वो नहीं होता. There will be very slight maths that you will need in this. So mathematical approach is not required in the UPSC optional syllabus. For IES it is needed, but then I'm talking about the UPSC optional syllabus, of course. Mathematical approach will not be needed. You will need to know your basics well. जब मैं तुम्हें पढ़ाऊंगा, when I will teach you, I will assume that you have read only NCERTs 11th and 12th. माइक्रो, मैक्रो एंड इंडियन इकोनॉमी. जब मैं तुम्हें पढ़ा रहा हूं तो मैं बस इतना अज्यूम कर रहा हूं कि तुमने माइक्रो, मैक्रो और इंडियन इकोनॉमी की 11th 12th की एनसीईआरटी पढ़ रखी है. अगर वो भी नहीं पढ़ना चाहते तो मुझे बताना. आई विल गिव यू अ मटीरियल वेयर माइक्रो मैक्रो रिक्वायरमेंट विल गेट कवर्ड, बट आई सजेस्ट इफ यू रीड थ्रू माइक्रो, macro and Indian economy NCERTs of 11th and 12th, my classrooms will take care that beyond that I teach you. I know you come from a wonderful background, many of you are postgraduates, many of you have good enough expertise in economics, but I believe it's better to get bored rather than to be left out. तो मैं क्लास ऐसे ही करके चलाऊंगा. मैं यही सोच के चलूंगा कि तुम 11th 12th पढ़े हुए हो, उसके बाद मैं तुम्हें पढ़ा रहा हूँ. अगर तुम 11th 12th की किताब भी नहीं पढ़ोगे तब तो धराशायी हो जाऊंगा. Then I will collapse. So I suggest you read 11th and 12th. For people from you who are from engineering background, economics is a very good optional for you because it's technical in nature and it's precise in nature. So that gives you a very good holistic view. People who have done economics in the past, in any case, it's good for you. If you are a graduate in economics or a postgraduate in economics, then you should not be leaving economics as an optional by any means, because that is where you will get all the tricks also that have been played in the paper. If you are from a non-economics background, again I repeat, the simple criteria is, if you like doing economics and you are comfortable in it, comfortable listening to it, go ahead, take it. I'm there to support you. Again I repeat, मैं बस इतना ही मान के चलूंगा कि तुम 11th 12th पढ़ के आए हो. उसके अलावा भी अगर कोई बात नहीं समझ आती तो ज़रूर यहाँ आ जाओ मेरे पास या मुझे कंटैक्ट कर लो और अपने डाउट्स पूछ लो. दैट इज़ हाउ वी विल बी गोइंग विथ इट. आई एम कमिंग टू दैट मेमो, जस्ट हैंग ऑन. आई एम कमिंग टू प्री इंडिपेंडेंस पार्ट, दैट विल डू लेटर. सो ऐसे करके तैयारी करेंगे. जो भी लोग नहीं भी हो इकोनॉमिक्स बैकग्राउंड से, देयर इज नो प्री रिक्विजिट. इवन इफ यू हैव नॉट स्टडीड इकोनॉमिक्स एवर, आई हैव हैड स्टूडेंट्स इन माई लाइफ, आई कैन मेक यू मीट देम, who have had no economics behind them. They were engineering students and they ended up getting top 100 ranks in the past years. You know, so it has happened in the past. It can happen with you also. Scoring more than 280 in economics also. You know, so those incidences I have, those students I have seen in the past. So there is no reason. I generally don't discuss about my past year students. You know, जैसे इस साल भी हिमांशु के 4th rank है, you know, अनन्या का 51st है, शिवांग के 19th है, and so on. You know, so there are people who have qualified जो मेरे ऑप्शनल क्लासरूम कोर्स में थे. टेस्ट सीरीज और कोचिंग वो धोखेबाजी नहीं करता हूँ मैं. ये लोग मेरे क्लासरूम कोर्स में थे, ये लोग क्वालिफाई हुए हैं, लेकिन ये तो पिछले साल हो गए ना. अब तो जो तुम्हें इस साल पढ़ाऊंगा उसके हिसाब से तुम्हारी क्वालिफिकेशन डिपेंडेंट है, तो इसीलिए मैं पास्ट ईयर रिजल्ट्स की बात नहीं करता. बट इवन दिस ईयर 9 ऑफ माई स्टूडेंट्स हैव क्वालिफाइड. बट अगेन आई रिपीट, ये तो अडेप्टिव एक्सपेक्टेशन एरर कर दोगे. अगर कहोगे अच्छा इसके 9 स्टूडेंट क्वालिफाई हुए तो इसके यहाँ पढ़ने से क्वालिफाई हो जाएंगे, दैट्स अडेप्टिव एक्सपेक्टेशन एरर. मैं तुम्हें कितना अच्छा पढ़ाता हूँ इस साल वो और तुम कितना अच्छा पढ़ते हो इस साल, वो डिसाइड करेगा कि तुम क्वालिफाई करोगे या नहीं. तो इसीलिए मैं जनरली चर्चा नहीं करता. बट फॉर योर सेटिस्फैक्शन, पीपल हैव क्वालिफाइड वेल फ्रॉम इकोनॉमिक्स. लोग डराएंगे आपको, बट डरना मत, क्योंकि अच्छी खासी क्वालिफिकेशन हर साल होती है. मेरे अपने स्टूडेंट्स की होती है, तो मैं जानता हूँ दैट माई ओन स्टूडेंट्स क्वालिफाई. Now coming back to the sequence, what I will be doing with you, here is we will talk about microeconomics. We will give some good time to this. अच्छा खासा टाइम लगाएंगे यहाँ, क्योंकि इसकी सारी डिटेल्स हमें पता होनी चाहिए. तो माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ेंगे अच्छी तरह से. तीसरी चीज पढ़ेंगे फिर मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. ये पेपर 1 शुरू हो जाएगा. जैसे माइक्रो शुरू करूंगा मैं, तो पेपर 1 पे चले आएंगे और फिर पेपर 1 पूरा कंप्लीट करेंगे. We will begin with paper 1 and we will finish paper 1 entirely. So microeconomics, macroeconomics, then we will do international economics, then we will do development theory, then we will be doing money and banking, and public economics. It's a single topic in UPSC syllabus. इसको एक ही टॉपिक मानते हैं वो लोग. इसको इसके बाद करेंगे, money and banking and public economics. So this is the way we will finish paper 1. For after going over, yes, Kushi, we will. After finishing on paper 1, paper 2, this part, I will take you into paper 1 and I will do this up on paper 1 with you. All right? This is how we will finish paper 1. And then, having done paper 1 with you, I will then do next part, if you see, like just taking you back. After having done these topics with you, I will then be doing with you 7th, if I can use this part, Indian economy before independence, and I will be doing with you after that Indian economy after 1991. This is how we will be covering the entire syllabus. Alright, this is how we will be covering the entire syllabus, starting today with this, covering it in this sequence, finishing it with Indian economy after 91. ये जानबूझ के एंड में करता हूँ, क्योंकि ये बहुत ही डायनामिक पार्ट होता है, तो एंड तक जितनी चीज़ें होनी होती हैं, हो चुकी होती हैं. So I am able to cover the budget part, the economic survey part, everything with you in the class with all confidence and all satisfaction. So that is why I do it in the end, Indian economy after 1991. For each topic, I will give you my own notes. For each topic, we will do question practice, and for each topic, we will have tests designed after the prelims exam. All right, I deliberately take the test after prelims so that you can also revise and then take the tests. That's always better. और जब पूरा syllabus पढ़ लोगे तो holistic view रहता है, तो tests देना आसान होता है. ये 8 tests that are designed, test series, part of the course, so you will be tested. आप कहोगे फिर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस कहाँ से मिलेगी सर? जो हर वीक तुम्हें 2 क्वेश्चन दूंगा लिखने को, उससे राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस मिलेगी. Every week the 2 questions I will ask you to write, that will be the writing practice I will give you. So imagine if we assume we have a 16-week course, 17-week course, then around 34-35 questions you would have written by the end of the course, and around 50 actually I make you write. 50 questions by the end of this course, and then another 8 tests between prelims and mains. So that should hopefully holistically prepare you for all the topics concerned. So that is the way I will be preparing you. Again, I repeat, for Indian Economic Services aspirants, tests will happen starting February for Indian Economic Services aspirants. But for UPSC people, the test series will be there. Gautam, that's very difficult to actually comment. It will depend on how the pace sets up. Gautam asks me a very relevant question. तुम्हारा question बहुत सही है कि हर topic से approximately क्या कितने classes लगेंगे. वो बताना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है because it's very difficult in advance to know that how much time you will take in adjusting. But normally, 10 odd classes here, and 30 classes for micro macro, 26, 27 classes. 15 classes on micro, 13 to 15 classes, and 10 to 12 classes on macro, and so on. Again, 12, 13 classes on international economics, 10, 12 classes on development theory, 10 classes on money banking and public economics, 4 classes on Indian economy before independence, and approximately 7, 8 classes here. तो ये ऐसे ही cover होता है, but वो बताना बहुत मुश्किल है. Overall बता सकता हूँ that in approximately 250 hours, 225, 30 to 250 hours, we can finish the course. But bear with me. बहुत ही मुश्किल है ये बोलना, क्योंकि तुम्हारी क्लास कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करेगी, कैसे तुम समझोगे मेरी बातें, कितने क्वेश्चंस पूछोगे जिसके आंसर मैं रुक कर करूँगा, तो उसके लिए ही ये रुक रहा हूँ बातों को. Yes, Priya, the answer, the class, Tanish, just hang on for a moment. Let me take all the doubts, answer all the structure. नहीं तो फिर आगे disturbance होती रहेगी, लोग पूछते रहेंगे, तो मैं पहले ही clear कर देना चाहता हूँ before going further. Priya, this course is helpful for people appearing 2022. The biggest help you will get is you will be prepared well in advance for knowing how to prepare your optional, what content to take, because 80% of the content is static. वो models हैं, and models you would have learned, so it will help you a lot. You will be prepared well in advance, and I will be there supporting you even for the next year. So in that case, you don't have to take a separate coaching class for it. Just remain in touch, and I can make sure that even if you are appearing 2022, this course will make sure that you are completely in tune with it. Revision classes, test discussions, all that you can do till even in 2022 if you are preparing for 22. So even people among you who are preparing for 2022, you will surely gain from this course without any doubt. So this is the way we would be moving across and doing our discussions. That's what I needed you to know, taking 1 hour of yours. And now you go through the video once more to see what all I said so that you can be clear on things. In case you are not clear on something, you feel free to connect. Till I am unable, yes, Yogita, I will be covering econometrics, mathematics, everything in separate IES classes. I will be covering that, I can guarantee you. With all conviction, I am telling you, they will be covered. Till you are unable to, or we are unable to share our numbers with each other, you can always email me at vibhas.34@gmail.com. So until we are unable to share our numbers, as I told you, as the Telegram group happens and we are stable, I will be giving you my number on the group, but my email ID you can always use. So vibhas.34@gmail.com. Use this for 4-5 days till we make your Telegram group. 1-2 हफ्ते लग जाते हैं आपको आपके वो ग्रुप बनाने में, तो क्योंकि सब लोग अपना आईडी शेयर करते हो, फ़ोन नंबर एंड ऑल, तो फिर वो टीम बनाती है उसको बैठकर, तो थोड़ा 5-7 दिन लग जाते हैं. तब तक के लिए आप मुझे कंटैक्ट कर सकते हो ऑन माई email ID. Feel free to contact vibhas.34@gmail.com. So this is the whole aspect.